Hey Frank, what's up? Using me as a stretching post, as always. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be telling you a creepy story time. I'm moving soon, so I figured why not make a video about this. This story really begins when I went to go see a psychic that was a friend of my father's. I sat down, I had a quick reading with her, and she told me that I was going to meet a police officer that was going to become very infatuated with me. After she told me her prediction, I wasn't really sure if I believed it or not, but I just went about my life. And then one particular evening I was getting out of work. I was working as a bartender at this point, and after work every single night I would stop at the gas station. I would get myself something to drink. So I was at the gas station getting a Red Bull. I was waiting in line and I noticed that a police officer was 2 people ahead of me paying for something, I don't know, maybe a donut. But he finished paying and then he went to the door and then he turned around and he looked at me and he smiled and I smiled, and then he started talking to me. So he's like, hey, where do you work? Because he noticed that I had work clothes on. I work at this place in this town. And then he's asking me questions about my job. So I'm just like, okay, well, he's a police officer and he's asking me a bunch of questions, so I'm just gonna answer them. Am I under arrest, sir? And then he just kept standing there and it got really, really awkward because I was like, dude, you paid already. I'm still in line waiting to pay. Why are you waiting for me? Are you waiting for me to go outside so you can handcuff me and take me to the police station? Have I done something wrong? But as the seconds went by, it became very clear to me that he was waiting for me to pay so he could go outside with me. I got that vibe from him. So I finished paying and I walk out the door and he walks out with me. He held the door for me. So I'm just like, this is really weird. What is this man going to do? And he kind of followed me to my car, and then he stood outside while I got into my car and he watched me. I tried to act pleasant. I don't know, I don't know if that's a normal citizen reaction to be kind of scared and nervous around cops, even if you've done nothing wrong. I did not have any illegal drugs or anything in my car, but the way I was feeling made me feel like maybe I did, but I didn't. I drove off and I could see that he was still watching me drive off, and then I'm just thinking to myself, maybe I'm just being really paranoid, but now this guy knows what car I drive. He knows where I work. Now he knows my license plate number. He could just easily look me up, find out where I live. That guy gave me just creepy vibes. So a couple weeks went by and I'm driving my car. I'm going to the bank and it's a Friday night and I'm gonna go get some money out of the ATM because I'm going out with my friends. I remember that particular night I was fighting with my boyfriend, and I'm at the ATM. I'm standing outside and I look around because it's nighttime and I'm at the ATM, and of course it's kind of sketchy and weird and I'm a little bit nervous, and all of a sudden I see his police cruiser, and it was very unmistakable because there's not too many of these in my town. Most of them are just the sedan type of vehicles, but this one was the SUV, which is what he drove. And I see his car approaching me at the ATM, and he literally just parks right next to me where I am at the ATM and rolls down his window. And I'm just like, okay, this is really fucking weird. And he's asking me oh, you look very nice tonight. Where are you going? So I tell him that I'm going out with my friends. And then he says this, oh, your boyfriend's not taking you out? And I'm just and I didn't know what to say at this point. So I said, no, my boyfriend and I are not talking right now. And I don't know why I told him this. It came out of my mouth. And after I said it, I was too much information. Perhaps should not have said that to him. As soon as our conversation started, I immediately started to hurry up and get my card and get my money. When I went to my car, he parked next to me and he just kept trying to talk to me. This happened a while ago, so I don't remember exactly what he said, but I do remember him asking about my boyfriend and me feeling really uncomfortable because he was a police officer. I just felt inclined to answer those questions. I didn't even really say bye to him. I kind of just got in my car and left. But I figured dude, if this guy does not get the hint that he's creeping me out, then I don't know what else will work for him. I feel really awkward just telling this cop, dude, back off. I was also very young and I thought that maybe if I was rude to this cop, maybe he would give me a hard time. Maybe he would stop and give me tickets every time he saw me after that. So I hadn't seen him for yet another couple of weeks, and then I was sitting outside of my ex-boyfriend's job. He worked at a pizza place. All of a sudden, I look into my rear view mirror and I see his police cruiser approaching my car. So I just sigh and I'm like, ugh, not this again. Of course, he's getting closer and closer in my rearview mirror until he parks directly next to my car. He's like blocking a main road and he's parked right next to my door, and he rolls down his window and he's asking me some more questions like, hey, how are you doing? Like trying to chit chat with me, asking me what I'm doing at this pizza place, and I'm just like, you know, getting pizza. And I rolled up my window and I got out of the car and I went inside of the pizza place and I just kind of like hid there for a little bit until I felt like it was safe enough to go outside and leave, because I did not want to keep talking to this guy. And then after that, I would continuously see him around town, and it was just very weird. Like, my town isn't that small where it would be like that common to run into the same person all the time, but I would constantly see him driving by, driving around my neighborhood, and it just was very, very awkward. But then a few months later, I actually ended up moving, and I haven't seen him since, so that's good. I do believe that what that psychic told me was true, that there was going to be like some creepy cop in my life that was like going to stalk me. And did I handle it the right way? Perhaps. Maybe I should have been more forward and told him like, dude, you need to lay off. And of course it was really, really weird that he was like following me around like at night at the ATM machine. And I feel like for a police officer, the way that he behaved was really, really inappropriate. And I have not seen that kind of behavior from other police officers, so I'm not making any general statements about them at all. It was very, very clear that this man was just like seeking me out and following me. And sure, I could have been more aggressive and I could have told him like, dude, back off, but I also feel like I handled it in a very polite and mature way. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that I handled the situation properly, or would you have handled it in a different way? Let me know in the comments section below. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It helps out my channel so much and makes me so happy. And make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!